Okay, let's restart our class. Import numpy module as np, right? And after this, create an array, nd array. We are just creating two-dimensional array or one-dimensional array, right? Whatever you can create. We are having some elements like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All the elements are integer type, right? Suppose I want to convert this integer type array into a string, right? So I'll use d type attribute, right? And I'll pass a existing, or you can also pass uh, as for string type. This array will be converted into string, right? And now execute this print entire array by using print function and pass only the array name here. See this, all the elements inside the array has been converted into string, right? So suppose if you want to make uh, an array with a converted array, right? You just need to pass, or you just need to call new array equal np dot as type. As type is a function which returns a new array, right? So just call the existing array nd array dot as type and pass the data type in which you want to convert your array, right? Suppose uh, f that will return a new array, and see this new array. So this is new array and this is previous one. You can also print your original array, that is nd array, which has only integer type of elements, right? So here uh, see this. This is integer type array, and this is what? This is string type array, which we have converted into string, right? So now the type of that array, how you can check the type of that array by using d type attribute, right? And d type, we are just checking both the data types of both array, right? It has returned for the first array int 32 because all the elements of integer type, right? And in the second array we are having only string elements, string type of elements. In that way, we can create or we can convert our integer type array into string, or you can also convert any others in any other data type, right? Is it clear? Suppose you can also pass
Yes.
b, right? So that array will be converted into boolean, right? If suppose uh, you are giving 0 here, so that will return, suppose, any new array. See this. Okay, so now we move to the next topic, that is how to reshape your array. Suppose we are having two-dimensional array. Suppose how many elements are there? Just remove three elements, and we are having two-dimensional array of 2 by 2, which has two rows and two columns here, right? 30 and 40, right? And suppose you want to convert it into 4 by 1, right? So how you can convert your array? Just call the and the array dot reshape method and pass the array in which you want to convert or you want to reshape in 4 by 1, which has only 4 rows and 1 column. Now this array has been converted into 4 rows and 1 column, right? And after this you can print that array, print and the array. See this, it has been converted 4 by 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, which has 4 rows and 1 column, right? Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Okay. And suppose you want to convert it into a one-dimensional array, just pass the zero index. Sorry, just pass the
Hello.
yes. Wait for a moment. Suppose if you want to convert any of dimensional array into one-dimensional array. Suppose you want to convert your two-dimensional array into one-dimensional. Just pass only -1 here, nothing else. That will be converted your multi-dimensional array into a single. See this. This is your array, one dimensional array. And now check the dimension of that array and then see this. So now store that array into another variable, that is new array. And now pick the type of that array, new array. See this, it has been converted into one. What dimensional of array we have created? For two dimensional of array we have created here, right? Into variable and the array. Now after that we have converted it into single dimensional array by passing only -1. You just need to pass only -1 here. If you are going to convert any multi-dimensional array into single. Okay, is it clear?
Yes,
Is it clear?
yes, hello, yes.
Okay, okay. Now uh, suppose you want to create your array which has only zeros, right? Which has only zeros. Suppose you just want to create an array and the array which has only zeros by calling the zeros method and pass the number of element, pass the number of element that you want to insert it into your array, that how many zeros you want to insert in your array. Suppose I am passing 5. An array will be created with 5 zeros containing, right? So now after this, execute this command and see this nd array, which has only zeros element. How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 5 zeros are there in the array. Right? Suppose you want to create 10 elements, 10 zeros inside the array. Just pass the value of that element. And after that, you will see that 10 zeros has been inserted into array. Is it clear?
Yes,
Same like that, if you want to create uh, an array followed by 1, right? Just pass, just call the method 1, right? And pass the number of elements, number of 1 that you want to be inserted in your array, right? Suppose I'm passing 6. See this. All the 1 has been inserted into array. Is it clear?
yes,
Okay. Next is what we are having a method that is I, which is used to draw a diagonal array placed by 1, right? It has draw the diagonal array followed by 1. Suppose you want to create, uh, suppose you are passing 3, right? 3, 3 ones will be inserted in, in the diagonal array. Suppose, see this, 1, 2, 3. This is the diagonal array. Okay, followed by 1. So if you want to, and all the elements will be placed as 0, right? It can it can be drawn up to the number of diagonals, right? So this is the diagonal one, right? Suppose if you want, if you are passing 5, see this, 5 diagonal ones has been inserted into array, and the array, the two-dimensional array has been created, followed by one diagonally, and all the remaining elements as 0, right? Is it clear?
Yes.
Suppose you want to create an array passing the time diagonal elements only, and rest are the zeros. Suppose I'm calling TIAG diagonal. This is the method which is used to draw the diagonal array passing the elements here. Suppose 10, 20, 30. An array will be created followed by these elements diagonally, right? So how many elements are there? 3 elements. So 3 diagonal elements for passing by here will be inserted. See this, 10, 20, 30. All the elements remains 0. Is it clear?
Yes.
And you can also uh, suppose we are having a two-dimensional array. Suppose array and keep two-dimensional 5, 6, 3, and 8, 9, 3. And suppose you want to know the diagonal element of that array, right? So what is that array? 5, 6, 3. Okay, and 8, 9, 3. And you want to know the diagonal elements of that array. What are the diagonal elements of that array? 5 and 9. Is it clear? 5 and 9 are the diagonal elements of that array. So just call the TIAG method, right? To know the numpy dot diagonal and pass the array name here in which you want to know the diagonal element. See this, it will return 5 and 9. These two elements are the diagonal elements of that array. So we have used that method in two different places. For the first one, we are creating an array in which the diagonal elements followed by passing inside that array, right? And if you want to know the diagonal element of any array, just call the TIAG method, right? And that will return the diagonal elements only of that array. Is it clear? Okay. Suppose you want to create an array of random integer numbers. Okay, so just call the random submodule inside the numpy module, and after this call the method rand8 and pass the number range of that number up to that you want to insert your element to that array. Suppose you want to insert your random number from first from 1 to 20, and how many the random integer numbers you want to insert. Suppose pass only the value, pass the quantity here, right? An array will be created of random integer number followed by 6 random integer numbers, and print the entire array passing the name of that array. See this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 elements are there, right? Suppose you want to create an array from 1 to 10 random integer numbers. See this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The elements can be repeated, right? See this. Is it clear? Or you
Yes.
can also pass or increase the number of elements. Suppose you see this, how many elements, random integer numbers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because you have passed 10 here. Is it clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. We are adding one more method, that is when. It will return numbers in between 0 to 1, right? It will return 5 random numbers between the 0 to 1, in between the 0 to 1, right? See this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose you want to create an array with 10 elements. See this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will always return elements in between 0 to 1. Is it clear?
Yes.
Or you can also make of dimension, any of dimensional array. Suppose passing by 2, comma 3. So an array will be created in which by in which there will be 2 rows and 3 columns, right?
Yes.
See this, 2 rows, 3 columns. And how many elements are there in the two-dimensional array?
Yes.
Six
Two elements.
elements. Six elements are there. Six elements are there. One, two, three, four, five, six. Two multiply by, just multiply these two numbers. Up to that, the element will be inserted, right? So 2 multiplied
Yes.
by 3, that will become 6. 6 element will be inserted in that array. Suppose you want to create an array which has 5 rows and 4 columns. Now, how many elements will be inserted? Just multiply 5 by 4 to know how many elements to be inserted. Multiply by multiply 5 by 4. Just do it. What you will
20.
get? 20. Now execute this simple command and see this. Count the number of elements. 1, 2, count the number of rows first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which has 5 rows and 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And how many elements are there? In each row, there are 5 elements. Right? So how many rows are
Yes.
there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 multiplied by 4, that is 20. Is it clear?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Suppose you want to access elements from the array by loop, right? By iteration loop. Just create an array.
Yes.
Okay. And insert some elements inside it. Okay. Now applying a loop for I in and pass the array name here and see this. All the elements from the array will get printed here. This is the iteration technique in which you can you can access all elements from array by iteration, right? Suppose you are having two-dimensional array. Okay, just make it one-dimensional array into two-dimensional. Right? And see this. Okay, what's wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now see this. How many elements are there inside the two-dimensional array? Right? 10 elements are there, and one-dimensional array has two elements, which has displayed here 1 and 2 in the two rows. And suppose that you want to access all the elements from the dimensional from the two-dimensional array. You have to do multi-iteration. You have to do, suppose, 4j in I. Okay, and see this. We pass the variable j here. See this. All the elements one by one you can access here. You can also print the first element here. This is your first element in which you are having 5 elements, and this is the second element in which you are having the same number of elements, right? So you can access all the elements in that way. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. So for today's class, the content is sufficient. We will discuss some more methods in the next session, right? And we will move to the next topic, right? Till that,
Yes,
goodbye. Thank you. Thank you very much.
yes, thank you.